Are you thinking of opening a school but wondering, is this the right time to open a school when parents will not send their children to school? Well, in this video, I'll try and answer this question to the best of my ability. This question came from Mr. Vikas Agarwal from New Delhi, who asked me this question. Sir, is there any point in opening a school right now? My name is Amol Arora. I'm the managing director of Shamrock and Shamfield Group of Schools. We're a chain of 650 preschools, primary schools, and 10 plus 2 schools spread across India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. Yes, there is no point in launching your school right now. Seems like the obvious question, the obvious answer. But the thing you have to remember is a lot of schools have not been able to survive due to the rentals. So if you've been thinking of opening a school for quite some time, this is going to be the once the schools reopen, that is going to be the best time ever to open a school because your competition will be much less. Those preschools and schools who could not adapt to this new way of learning. So suddenly, before Corona and after Corona is going to be a different way of learning. After Corona, once schools open, we will all get used to a blended form of learning where learning will happen online as well as offline. See, whatever we have learned in the past couple of months through online learning, whatever parents have experienced, whatever children have experienced, we have seen how much children have learned through an online class. So if I can get the best of teachers in the country to teach the whole country together and share and communicate, so it will be a totally different experience. And so why should we not leverage that learning that we have? So learning, we have seen over the past few months, parents have seen it, children have seen it, that online learning works. It cannot replace schooling, but in certain aspects it works very well. So the online learning and offline learning will go hand in hand. And if those schools, if you're one of those schools who could not adapt to this new learning, it is the same story of dinosaurs. When the dinosaurs could not adapt to the new world, they become extinct. So right now is a perfect time to set up your school so that when you open your school, your competition that you were assuming before Corona, half of them would or even more would have just disappeared. But right now is not the time to invest perhaps, but what you should be doing is you start the groundwork, start the learning. Because running a school after COVID-19 is going to require a different skill sets from what was required earlier. Earlier, you just need to know the syllabus, the curriculum. If you had been a teacher, it was easy to run a school. But now the importance of technology has increased so much that without the understanding technology for two purposes, for technology for education and technology for marketing. So digital marketing and digital learning have come into the picture, and you have to really understand that. If you cannot learn that or you're not well aware of what is happening, you will not be able to run a school. So this is the time to do the groundwork. Understand what all options do you have. Should you open your own school? Should you take a franchise? If you're taking a franchise, which brand should you go with? What all do I have to learn to be successful? So these are the kind of questions that you should be doing right now. So use this time to prepare your groundwork and be clear and focused that this is the route I'm taking ahead. So if you think this is something interesting, you think you can open a school, you can open a school today with an investment of as low as 5 lakh rupees. It's not a very big investment. Yes, that's it, with 5 lakh rupees. So all you need to, if you're serious, if you think this is something you would like to explore more of, register yourself on this webinar. I'm doing this webinar on how to open a successful school. In this webinar, I'll cover what are the area requirements, the investment requirements, the kind of approvals you require for play school, primary school, middle school, 10 plus 2 school. I'll cover all the aspects. I'll cover what is the impact of COVID-19 going to be and how will schools look like once you open. I'll share those details, and I'll also share my predictions of how schooling will change and what is the impact of COVID-19 on the economics of running a school. So if these are the questions that you have, would like to know more about them, just fill up the form. The webinar is absolutely free. There's no cost. So fill up this form, and somebody from my team will get in touch with you and give you the login and password. Meanwhile, if you have any more questions, please write them in the comments below, and I'll try and answer them to the best of my abilities. And before you go, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. The subscribe button is there in the corner, so that whenever you get when I'm posting new videos, you continue to learn from them. And if you have any question, you can post them, and if you press on the bell icon, that's even better, because whenever I post a new video, you'll get a notification saying that that Mr. Arora has posted a new video. So I hope I've been able to answer that question, whether this is the right time or not. This is maybe not the right time to launch a school, but to do your preparation, your shortlisting, and everything can be done. This is an ideal time because everyone is at home, people are at home, and they have the time to research, to talk. please use this time productively rather than watching movies. So with that, I wish you all the best in your school project. I hope to see, my interest is to see more and more successful schools across the country. Good luck.